This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. This essay analyzes John Updike's A&P and its main character, Sammy, in particular. Sammy's life changed with one incident at the A&P grocery store. 3 young girls walk into the store dressed in bikinis and attract people's attention. His vivid description of the store puts the girls in sharp contrast with the store, which appears to be a slow place. The events in the story change Sammy's outlook on life, and he grows from a fantasizing teenager to a man who understands life's reality. This transition from youth to adulthood is the main theme that Updike wanted to develop in the A&P short story. The analysis of this transformation is presented below. The beginning, Sammy's world. Sammy's world is not open. Through a relaxed and casual tone, Sammy explains his work and experience at the store. The setting of A&P is a small grocery store, and one can conclude that it is the wrong place for this young man. He works in a small grocery store where he sits checking customers' purchases all day. The work at A&P is very monotonous and does not encourage Sammy to be creative, such that his mind wanders off and he rings a customer's item twice. From Sally's point of view, his job is sometimes so dull that he can hear songs from the cash register. Becoming a manager is the best that he can hope for in his current position. Moreover, Sammy is unhappy at his place of work, and he is glad when the 3 girls walk in and take his mind off his work and away from his small and closed world. He desires a different kind of life, which is represented by the 3 girls, who are clearly from another social divide. Sammy comes from a lower social class, and the beauty of the girls makes him desire to have the kind of life they have. For example, they even dare to go to the store in bikinis in apparent disregard of the norms of this small town. They are free from the rules, and Sammy wishes to gain such freedom that is not in his little world. A&P, literary analysis of Sally's transformation. On the other hand, the incident with the 3 girls transforms Sammy. To begin with, he changes from an immature teen drooling over girls in bath suits. When the girls walk in, he enjoys them and jokes about them with his colleague Stokesia. However, he changes his perception of the girls and gets annoyed when McMahon checks them out. He is offended and feels pity for them. He now sees them as human beings and not only sex objects. He sees himself in McMahon, who objectifies the girls as patting his mouth and looking after them, sizing up their joints. Through the author's use of first-person narration, Sammy finds chivalry and transforms from an admirer to a protector of the girls. Also, he transforms and learns to take control. Sammy is unhappy with the way Lingle, the manager, treats the girls and embarrasses them. He takes control of the situation by standing up for the girls. Sammy tells the manager off and goes ahead with quitting his position. His decision to leave is irrational because he does it for the girls who do not recognize his heroic deed for them as they walk away. Sammy does not get the girls as he had expected. He would be defending them, however, by fighting for them, he does it for himself and gathers the courage to walk away from his job. He learns that only he can control his destiny. He refuses to be captured by conformity and monotony like the sheep in the A&P store. Instead, he chooses to live honestly and meaningfully. His refusal to follow A&P's policy and opting to quit is a sign of self-liberation. Sally's maturity. As a sign of maturity, Sammy understands that every action has consequences. When Sammy quits his job, he knows things will not be simple on the road ahead. He is not from a wealthy background, unlike the 3 girls who make him lose his job. His parents had gotten him the job, as they are friends with Lingle. Maybe it is not easy to get a job in this town, and Sammy has just left his secure one at the store. He knows the consequences of quitting his career will be hard, and my stomach kind of fell as I felt how hard the world was going to be to me hereafter. Sammy is initiated into a new reality that is harsh, just like other ordinary people do at one point in their lives when they have to live with the problematic outcomes of the choices they make in life. Conclusion. This essay analyzed A&P by John Updike and the transformations of its main character, Sammy. Below is the ending of the story summary. Sammy eventually quits his job in protest of the girl's embarrassing treatment at the store. He has changed from a teen who was only concerned with the physical beauty of the three girls to a mature person who empathizes with their plight in the hands of the other patrons at the store, as he says he felt pity for them. Standing up against L'Engle shows that he has matured and will no longer conform to the rules of society that are so limiting, as he wants to go out and explore the world that the three girls make him know exists. He has quit his job, and he must now deal with the reality of his actions. The events that make up the plot of the story and influence Sally's transformations are presented in the above sections of the essay. Literary analysis of A&P shows that symbolism, imagery, and allegory are the main rhetorical devices used by Updike. That is why A&P is considered to be an example of postmodernism by many literary critics. If you want to find more works like this essay on the literary analysis of John Updike's A&P, head over to ivypanda.com. It has a collection of free samples with thousands of submissions covering virtually all academic subjects. No registration required to access it.